Third period one. All right, when you get third period one. Third period one. Huh? I mean, that's up to you, but. When you get your paper, please put your name on it. Are you going to redo this? Or are you just going to take it? You can keep it. Guys, remember, if you don't get the desired grade that you want on your cool down, you can redo it the day that you get it back and turn it back into me before the end of that day. Does that mean you are working on it during our lesson? No. Also, do not glue it into your notebook if you're going to turn it back in. Okay? So at this point, put the cool downs away. So y'all have just taught me that I'm not passing out cool downs to the end of the class period because everybody who didn't get a desired grade that they wanted are now working on it, and then you're not going to listen to anything that I'm going to talk about for the next 10 minutes. All right, today we are focusing on percents again. Our lesson is 100%. You're going to be seeing things like double number lines. Double number lines are a great visual when you're dealing with percents. So if you struggle a little bit with that percent proportion equation that we do, or you're just looking for a different strategy, a double number line is fantastic. All right, so today it says, let's solve more problems about percents with increasing and decreasing. You're going to be able to use a double number line to help you solve percent increase and decrease. You're going to understand that if you know the quantity has grown from the original point, it's going to be above 100, and if it's less than the original point, it's going to be below 100, essentially is what those last two are saying. All right, for your warm-up, you're doing another notice and wonder. So you're going to talk about what you notice with this number line and for the double number line, and then you're going to talk about what you wonder. So you're writing just one or two things that you notice, one or two things that you wonder, and then we're going to go over it. I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes today. Go. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what do you notice. So what do you notice about these two number lines? Oakley.
So the top number line increases by 5 each time.
Okay. Lily?
The numbers on the top line are 1/10 of the numbers on the bottom line.
Okay. Sophia?
The percent numbers increase by 50%.
Okay. River?
The percent goes past 100%.
Okay. Daniel?
I noticed that 5 cups equals
Stop tapping your feet, please.
50%, so that would mean 1 cup equals 10%.
I'm sorry, say that again.
When 5 cups equals 50%, which would mean 1 cup equals 10%.
Okay.
What are the percents like? Like, is 50% is sugar? Like, what is the percent?
Okay. Hang on to that. We're still on the notice. So that would be a wonder. Okay? Any other notices that you want to share? What?
I noticed that all the numbers that were on the top were given another 0 from the bottom. So, like, 5 is now 50.
Okay. All right. So now the wonders. What did you wonder, Caden?
What is the percent? Like, is it like 50% sugar or something? Or what is the percent?
Okay. Someone other than River or Daniel. Jacob.
Are they following a recipe? Because that would mark where the 100% is, and what would go over it would not mark the 100%.
Okay. Seth. What? What is the purpose? Okay. Someone other than someone I've heard from already. All right, Ian.
That the adding 0 rule, for like this, see how they keep adding 0? Is that true for every number?
What do you mean for every number?
Like, see how it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then it adds zeros at the bottom? Is that like true for every number? So like, for example, I had like 9. Would it be 90 if I added it on the number line?
All right, good notices and good wonders. No right or wrong here. All right, we don't know the purpose. We don't know if we're following a recipe. We just know that we have a double number line. The top numbers represent what? What do the top numbers represent? Sabrina. The cups of chocolate milk. All right, slide over to your first activity. This thing has been wonderful today, y'all. And when I say wonderful, I mean absolutely not. All right, we're gonna have to turn the light on, Sabrina. Oh, it got scared. Look at that. Never mind. Oh, wait.
My eyeballs are saying.
Okay. All right, we're good. So it says for every question, complete the double number line to show the percentage that corresponds to the original amount of the new amount. Now, you're doing this with a partner. We're going to do A together so you guys kind of have an idea of what this is actually talking about and how this is going to work. So it says the gas tank in Dad's car holds 12 gallons of gas, or 12 gallons. The gas tank in Mom's truck holds 50% more than that. How much gas does the truck tank hold? All right, so 12. Let's talk about 12 for a minute. 12 gallons is what? So think about the percent proportion, how we talked about that. 12 gallons is what, Caden? So this is going to be the whole. But it's also going to help us with our percent. So if this is the whole percent, where does this go on our, of our percent? So we have 0, we have 50, we have 100, we have 150. So where would 12 go? Would it go on the 50%? Would it go on the 100%? Or would it go on 150%? Travis? 100%. So 100% of the gas is 12 gallons. So far, so good?
Yes.
All right. Well, what is half of 50? Or, sorry, what is half of 12? Oakley.
6.
So half of 12 is 6. And I'm going to write gallons so we know. So then, obviously, how do we figure out how much 150% of 12 is? What would we have to do? Seth? And you know that the truck holds how many gallons of gas? 18, right? That is how this works. So you have to determine your 100%, what number represents that, and then based off of your number lines, you have to figure out what numbers go where. All right? So number, letter. B, it says at a movie theater, the size of a popcorn bag decreases 20%. If the old bags held 15 cups of popcorn, how much do the new bags hold? As a group, you are figuring this one out. You have to have this whole number line filled out, and you have to have your answer. You're working together on just B. When you are finished, stand up.
You should add 3 every 10 basically. Basically, if you have a 20, basically just see what's the 5 grades. Do this, make 5.
We're on number line. Okay, so 3 for 20% and 15 for 100%.
So multiply the 3.
Then you can just keep on adding 3 to more you go on. You guys just count it.
Stand up when you're finished. Stand up when you are finished, guys. Stand up when you are finished. Hey, Seth. I have your brother's iPad. Can you please not forget it when you leave today? He left his iPad with me. Good old Bash. He had a really hard time today in class. He didn't know where he needed to be, inside, outside. He traveled a lot today. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. So it says, again, at the movie theater, the size of the popcorn bag decreased by 20%. So at this point, these are technically word problems. So if you're not annotating or circling them or underlining them, whether you're using a highlighter or a pencil, I don't care. But at some point, you've got to just automatically start doing it. If you just simply want to use your pencil, that is fine. It says that the old bags held 15 cups of popcorn. We need to know how much do the new bags hold. And I guess old bags would be important too. So, what is 100%? Let's start with that one. What number are we putting above 100% on our number lines for the top number line? Seth? 15. Does everybody agree? Okay. So, from here, how do I figure out what the increments of 20%, 40%, 60%, 80% are going to be? How did you guys go about figuring that out? Kaden?
We thought of, there's only two numbers, 15 is divided by 5 and 3, and 5 would have only gone in 3 times, we have to make a strat, so we just counted by 3 until we got there.
Okay. So you looked at divisibility rules and said 3 and 5. 5 won't work, so it's got to be 3. Did anybody else do something different in your group? How many of you guys took this number and divided it by the number of tick marks?
Oh, like that's.
So, I mean, either way, it's technically the same, but it's not the same, right? So, whether you divide 15 by 5, or you just say, okay, 15, there's 3 and 5, what they did, it doesn't matter. So, the number that goes above 20 is what? 3. 40? 60? 80? So then how do we figure out 120? So we're going to do 15 plus that 3, which gives us 18. What's my answer? So then why did we have to figure out 120? Did you have to? No, you did not. You did not have to, because why? You already had your answer, plus it told us right here it decreased by 20. So the only thing we needed to realize is, well, minus 20, my answer is what? 12. So that is my answer there. All right, C. It says a school had 1,200 students last year and only 1,080 students this year. What was the percentage decrease in the number of students? So again, working as a group, annotating, solving, stand up when you're done.
You know that 1,200 is 100%.
What
Skyla, please report to the office for checkout. I got 24 seconds. 24 seconds. If you're standing together,
Oh, wait, it's okay.
you're not ready. You got it.
Can we start number?
All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. So it says a school had 1,200 students last year. Only 1,080 students this year. We need to know what is the percent decrease in the number of students. All right, so this one is asking something different than the first two. Bless you. So we have all of our numbers across the top of the number line. We have to figure out the percentages on this one. So raise your hand and tell me, where does 100% go? Start with that, because I feel like 100% is always the easiest. 150% are always the easiest ones to find. Liam.
Because under 1,200.
Okay, so 1,200 is 100%. How many tick marks do we have between 0 and 100? Including, we have 10. So what can we essentially kind of inference that each one of these tick marks equal? 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. All right, what is my answer then? What is the percent that it decreased based off of this information? Kaylee? All right, so it's decreasing. 100 minus 90 gives you that 10%. So it's decreasing by 10%. All right, last one. It says 1 week gas was $1.25 per gallon. The next week, gas was $1.50 per gallon. By what percentage did the price increase? Again, working together, stand up when you're finished. If you are done, work with your team.
Look what
It's 100. There's four. There's four. There's no spots between it. Divided by 4, so there's 40 spots. It's gonna be 25. 25. 4 times. So you're right.
So if you're standing, what should you be doing? Not talking. Daniel, chill out. It's not that big of a deal. He's simply telling you to speak up. You are allowed to talk to your teammates if you're sitting because you're still working. You should not be talking if you're standing. So if he's asking for help, help him. You guys ready? Okay. All right, have a seat. So, 1 week, gas was $1.25 per gallon. The next week, gas was $1.50 per gallon. By what percentage did it increase? This one is a tad bit more difficult, I feel like, strictly due to the fact that there are decimals. And when we have decimals or we have fractions, we literally forget how to do everything. So, taking it step by step, what is 100%? What number on your line is 100%? Easton?
1.
No. Why is 1 not 100%? Do you know why? What was your week 1 value?
Our week 1, it was 125. At 125 per gallon.
No, it was $1.25 per gallon. Okay, so that is your 100%. Why is that our 100%, guys? Why are we starting at $1.25 and not $1? Why do you guys think? Sophia?
Because $1.25 was the total price per each gallon. $1 wasn't the total price.
Yes, but how do we know $1.25 is our 100%? To answer this question, how do we, why do we have to start 100% being $1.25? That's what we have to understand here. Sabrina?
Because $1.25 is the beginning amount. The beginning amount is the 4%.
Right, so our beginning amount, our 100% amount is $1.25. We're trying to figure out the increase from $1.25 to $1.50. What is that percentage? So that is why $1.25 is your 100%, not $1. How do we figure out what each one of these are? What did you guys do? What was your process? All right, Summer.
We just counted how many big parts there are until we get to the 100%. So there was 5, so we did 100 divided by 5, which gave us 20. So we labeled each of our 20.
Okay, so 20%, 40%, 60%. Sorry, I write super big. So then therefore $1.50 was an increase of what?
Oh, 20.
So that should be the way that you have it labeled. Okay? All right, flip the paper over. This time around, you are doing E and F. So you're doing both of these. And then you're standing up and standing quietly when you're finished. You're working as a group. Go.
So first you guys are saying it's not. Takes 6,600 100% down. So we have to go
Those chairs are, y'all are crazy on those chairs.
Yeah, you It's talking about what was the price before the discount. And after 25% discount, the price of the phone was basically like by additional
So if you are standing, you are quiet. Stop whistling.
You're basically adding 25% to 100% to get.
Me looking at that does not explain how you got it. So as a group, as a show, we figure out your You guys need to show your work. You're not showing your work. You're just simply writing numbers on a number line at this point, and that's not enough. You have to tell me, you have to show me how you're getting what each one of those tick marks are equaling. If you're not doing that, you are not done. Show your work.
Okay, so it's 5,000. I got one piece of it.
You show your work by showing
All right, let's go over these. Let's go over this one and then you can go. All right, so looking at the first one, it says after a 25% discount. So after that discount, the price of a t-shirt is $12. What was the price before the discount? So this is asking you before the discount, what was your original price? So 90% of you minus one group said 12, 16, 8, 4, 20. And then you circled 16 because it's 100%. I literally 100% know how you got that, but I literally do not. So yes, all of us are extremely smart individuals in this classroom, that most of us did this in our head. Fantastic. Do we apply that rule in my class? No. So when I walked around and said, well, how did you get 16? Why did you pick 12? How did you increase by 4? This is why it's really important that y'all show your work. Because your group, right, and it's wrong. Yours is wrong.
I told them that 12 wasn't 75, they were like.
But nobody had work at your table. So how do you prove, like, so
I
Caden,
was trying to tell them.
hold on, Caden, persuade me with the work on your paper that you're right and I'm wrong.
I really look now. I didn't have it before.
But my point exactly. So you literally had numbers like this to persuade me. That's not going to work, is it? Just like me writing those numbers, do they persuade you? Other than I'm the teacher and I know the right answer? Right. So this is why, guys, you have to show your work. So what is your logic in coming up with 4, 8, 12, 16, 20? Summer.
We did, since we knew that $12 was the price before, the discount we did 12 divided by 3, and we got 4.
And why did you divide by 3?
Because there was 3 tick marks to get to 12.
Okay, because there were 3 tick marks to get to 12, which gave you 4. That's telling you you're increasing by 4. What is another way that you could have showed me? What's another way you could have shown me other than dividing? Caden?
Then I counted the tick marks and showed that you had to mark on each one, and then the subtraction and addition.
Right, but what is telling me that 12 goes with 75 and not 100?
Because it's not like the whole thing.
It's not the whole thing because it tells us that after a 25% discount. So we put 12 here, and then again, I need more reasons. So we can divide. We can also do a couple other things. What else can we do? What else did you guys do? Because I feel like there should definitely be at least one other way that we can figure this out. Sophia.
To get the number 8 for 50%, we multiplied 4 by 2 because 25% is half of the 50%.
Okay, so you looked at it strictly of percents.
Yes.
Okay, that is perfectly fine. Was there any other ways? What, Daniel?
We counted to 100 and there were 4. So that and we got that for 25%.
Okay, so you looked at of 100, 25%, there are 4 tick marks, so it's obviously got to be 4. All right, again, different ways, but you must show your work. Especially if we come up with different answers, because again, just having numbers is not going to persuade me one way or the other if you are right or wrong. Now, the next one, it seems like everybody did a little bit of work on their paper. Seth, you can go to the bathroom. So it says compared to last year, the population of Boontown has increased by 25%. The population is now 6,600. What was the population last year? So what number goes with 100? What number goes with 125? So explain your process. Explain your process and what you did. All right, Easton.
So, 100% is 6,600. I divided it by 2 to get 3,300, which I put as 15% because it's half. And then I divided that by 2 and got 1,650. And then I added 50% plus 25%. What I got for 50% plus what I got for 25% to get 75%.
Okay.
Which then I added 25% plus the 6,600, which is our 100%, to get 125%.
And what did you say your 100% was?
100% is 6,600.
Does anybody disagree with him? Everybody agrees with him? Because I disagree with him.
Wait, what did he say?
He said the 6,600 is 100%. So, shh. I disagree with Easton, but he did a fantastic job of explaining. So, we're going to quickly relook at what we annotated, right? Right? So, it says the population now, after what kind of increase? 25%. So 6,600, does that go for 100% or does that go for more than 100%? Huh?
I missed the now.
The now. Super important. So this should be 6,600. From here, I think his logic still would have worked though. Like you still could have used your 100%, your 50%, your 25%, whatever process you wanted. How many of you guys divided and then subtracted? I feel like I saw a lot of dividing.
I did divide it and
You guys divided, right? Divided then added?
that's what we did.
Divided, added?
I
Di-
divided it.
Divided.
We divided and then divided.
Okay, so divided, repeated addition. All right, so what did you guys divide your 6,600 by?
5.
By 5? Everybody divided it by 5?
Because everybody takes 5. Yeah, 5.
Okay. What? Wait, are we good? Because I'm about to put this in pen and I can't erase it. So are we sure we're going to divide this by 5?
No, it's by 2.
Yes.
What?
All right, so we're going to just go ahead and we're going to divide this by 5 because if we divide by 5, what is that going to give me the value of? Kaden.
You get 1,320.
And that's representing which percentage?
25%.
Right, and you said 1,320?
Yes.
And then it increases each time. Okay? Questions? So what was our final answer for this one for 100% of last year? Daniel.
5,280.
And that goes with 100%. All right, glue this in on this page. You just glue in this part. I know it's got words on it, but we don't usually look at the summary. I just want you guys to see the work that you did. This does not require you to talk. You're simply gluing something into your notebook. When you have that glued in, please slide over to the right side. You need to title it Unit 4, Lesson 7, Exit Ticket. That is the orange piece of paper that I just passed out to you guys. That gets turned in. What do you need to do to that orange piece of paper before you start solving? Put your names on them. Listen, if you did not get the desired score from your cool down from yesterday, once you're done with the cool down today, if there's time, you may work on the cool down from yesterday. If you've already glued it in, just bring me your notebook so that I can grade it. If you're good with everything, you're working on Delta Math or you're working on the he said, she said activity. Okay? Questions? All right, go ahead. Finish. Do what you need to do.